helps, whether it's Greco-Roman wrestling or martial arts or boxing or, you know, whatever it is, it's all helpful. I mean, that's the most important thing. And I think, like you said, the athletes are really getting into it. I mean, Kyron Woodley, I mean, he's a two-time All-American, a great athlete, and that's certainly not going to hurt him, you know, I mean.
Yeah, but he didn't need to learn the kata. Well, the
difference is really application and where you use each of the, you know, there's a difference between sport fighting and fighting on the street. So traditional martial arts teaches you a lot about stuff that you really can't apply in a cage because it's not a life or death situation. So, you know, I think everybody, you know, I would encourage everybody to get a martial arts background. I think that it's done nothing but help.
I worked with a big kid the other day,
discipline.
and he said, well, what would you do if we were grappling? I said, everything you're not allowed to do in the cage.
Yeah,
if you're fighting, I'm going to do everything that's against the rules.
Yeah, because if we're fighting in the street, you know.
I'm not going to grapple with you 5 rounds. I'm going to win
a lot of traditional arts have nothing to do with there was no
tradition was
no
practicality.
Because I think it becomes so commercialized over They weren't there for it. A lot of people said, hey, I'm not here to learn to fight.
Wait a minute. The gym owners that are here, guys that have had gyms before, we can't really complain. I mean, talk to me in another year when you guys got a kids class, fitness class in your place. Or, you know, you got to pay the bills.
Got to have something to pay the bills.
Yes, sir.
But you know what? That can be taken out. Well, you can do everything. Have fun and teach them a lot of things. And still teach it traditionally.
I'm teasing Dustin because it's
nothing because it's traditional doesn't mean it can't be functional and practical.
That's exactly right.
But they spend so much time on a lot of stuff that it's like, it's not going to make you a better fighter.
We would have done babysitting at some point, and you know, in some of the schools I've been involved in at different times. You know, we would have babysit people for money at one point. You know, not take their money in martial arts or anything, but.
Guys, we're encroaching on Kevin's time, so what do we got coming up in the next hour after our show, Jim? Tell us about
We have no musical guests coming up right now?
No musical
tonight.
All right. We're wrapping up. We want to thank our guests for this evening, but tell us about Kevin's show.
Vibe Sessions, and Kevin is one of the funniest and bluest DJs I've ever heard. They'll come in there and they'll talk about everything. If they make me blush, and we sit in there every now and then with them, and it's pretty hard to do to make me blush.
Because he plays music that makes you want to do it, right?
Yeah, and I want to give a quick shout out to Patrick Smith and Jason Cooper for a great show this last weekend. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but we will next week. You guys put on another great show.
That was a very good show.
Cage Championship number 19 out in Sullivan. They had the first Combat Sports Commission champion for the state that went through all the sections, the regional and the sectional. And then they had the first ground and pound championship too at 155. And congratulations to Matt Ricehouse and Mike Maddox for putting on a great fight out of your place, Dustin. And just wanted to tell them they did another great job, you know. And so a lot of good fights coming up real quick. Sudden Impact 7 on this Friday, and Take That Promotions Pro-Am card over in Illinois on Saturday.
At the game.
Right, and then the 10th we'll have Border Wars over there in Illinois and Alton. So there's a lot of fights coming up. Get out and support them, guys. Tickets are going at these different shows, $20, $30, $40. I mean, you can sit anywhere and any price to watch a whole bunch of live events. How do you argue with that? You know?
Better and better.
Yep.
Like we were talking, you know, a few years from now, you'll see local level fights as good as you see on the undercard of these big UFC shows.
You know what? In the same way that the independent fighters are disappearing, so are the first time promoters and the amateur promoters that don't know what they're doing. So welcome, all, take your swing, and you know.
Jeff and Jason, we want to thank you guys for being on the show. Jeff, real quick, if they want to train with you out there at the Bushido Dojo, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can call the school, you can go online, and Bushido Dojo. I do not have the number of the school. Sorry about that.
That's okay. We'll try to.
I'm not the owner of the school. Brian Little's the owner of the school, and everything is booked through him.
BushidoDojo.com.
Correct. BushidoDojo.
Yeah, they're very legit. They're under the radar right now. So because we got the.
Well, we look forward to.
I've seen some of your fighters.
They're good fighters.
St. Charles, yeah. Alex
are working
and
together?
a few others.
Yeah, Alex, my son. Yeah.
Oh, that's your son. Okay, I was out at that point. Very good fighter.
Yeah.
I've got a guy I deal with at the same weight, and I looked at him twice now. And I thought, I don't know about this guy. He's tough. Good judo.
He's young. He's just turned 19.
And Dustin, thanks a lot for coming out. As always, we really appreciate all you do for the show. And another fantastic trainer. I know you work directly with Bushido Dojo. But if they want to get a hold of you directly, what's the best way?
Call me 314-800-8232. We're located in Highway 70 in Cave Springs.
Oh, and real quick too, on November 6th, the Sudden Impact 8, we just did finalize the rematch that we weren't able to do before. Mark the McLean against your brother Len Seaver, so that's going to be the Barbarian. That's going to be a great show. I'm excited. And
all right, guys, we got to wrap it up. Thanks again. We will be back next week on the Ground and Pound Show. We out.
I wasn't sure if you were about to say something.
No, I was just going to say thanks for having me on the show.
Oh. That's fine, man. You guys come back